movie.
There.
Hi,
Hey.
Annebel.
Hey,
How are you?
We haven't done an intro yet, so I'm gonna try to make my way through an intro of our guest this evening. Was the pre-poured wine, and they would sell the wine in like a plastic cup or something. Have you guys ever seen that? No, it was almost like instead of wine in a box, it was wine like a plastic cup.
No.
do you ever remember Grumpy Old
Drink
Men?
wine from a plastic cup.
Remember Grumpy Old Men when he's like, I don't know if you ever seen a movie, like brings it in like it's an Italian restaurant. I think it's the second movie, and he comes in.
Yes,
He's
the
like, I got a
second one,
box of wine.
Yeah,
Like he's like all
yeah.
proud of
We're
it.
gonna do the intro, Annabelle, and we're gonna have some fun, and we'll go from there. All right.
Looking forward to it.
So allow me the pleasure of introducing this evening's guest, Annebel Ross. Annebel, someone I have met over the last 6 months or so as I work out in Chicago. And during a recent event we were both at, a part of the event, we had to go around in a circle, and everyone had to share something interesting about themselves. As usually the case, I have nothing interesting about me. But the young lady next to me shared that she was a wine sommelier, which I hope I pronounced properly. And almost since the start of this podcast, I've always wanted to have someone come on and teach us. We like when people come in and give us a clue, because the three of us on some things we can pretend to know, but we really don't.
No, we don't know.
But one of them, I can tell you, Annabelle, is wine, food, movies, and probably a few other things I can't mention on the podcast. Tell our listeners, tell us what that thing was for you when you're like, yes, I want to become an expert on wines.
I actually need to give all the credits to my father, to be honest, because when I was in high school, you kind of like you're 15 years old when you start looking around for your next step. Where do you want to go for college? What's the degree you'd like to get? And I was in, like, for the Dutch system, I was like in the highest education level in high school. So it's normal to go straight to university. However, hotel management it's not lower, but it's a different degree. And kind of the assumption is if you're in high school and you're in a certain level, you always go to university. However, at one point, my dad said to me, like, Annabelle, I think you should have a look at hotel management, and you might be very interested in it. And from on the moment he kind of said it to me, I was like, hey, maybe I need to go and have a look at this school somewhere in the south of the Netherlands. And the moment I stepped into that environment, I was like, okay, yes, you kind of know when you're passionate about something. And the same with wines. Like, I've been doing wine tours with my dad since I was a little girl, and little girl, like legally drinking girl. And by then
we'll edit that out, Annabelle. We're gonna edit that out.
Well, it's different age in Europe, so
yeah, what's the drinking age in Europe?
Yeah, exactly. By the time it was 16. So, and it's a little sip. If you do like a wine tour, you always get like a little sip, but it was not about the drinking part. He was like really explaining to me like, okay, this is from this climate, or do you like this taste? Why do you like this taste? And I was very inspired by how that works, how the whole product of wine works. And that's been always in my mind. And so when we moved here to the US, I had to wait for a year for my work permit. And what are you going to do if you're a year off? And in the beginning, you're like, oh my God, that's such a long time. But it was like a great time, because you're end of your 20s, starting 30s, and you're like, okay, this is a great moment in life to think about what's your next step in your career, or what's your passion. And actually, what I was thinking, oh, this is for me like a perfect moment to pick up my wine study, because studying wine, it's not only drinking, it's actually way more studying. And I brought something for you, like all the books I've been studying. It's like this.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God.
So
Quite a bit of reading.
Derek, can you show us your fantasy football books?
Yeah, hold on a second.
That's Derek's subject matter
Yeah,
expert.
yeah, yeah.
That's what
Yeah, exactly. I'll be right back.